All right, we are back with another Pick'em video. It is Thursday, March 5th in the NBA. We got a pretty big slate. Of course, I got some plays that I'm liking. That's what we're going to run through today. And we're coming off another winning day yesterday. So on a little bit of a run here. Going to try to ride that momentum into today's picks. But give us some good luck with liking the video. Comment something down below if you made some money yesterday. Let's hop into the recap like we always do of yesterday's picks. And then we'll hop into the plays for today. And there it is, 2.12 units of profit yesterday, which is great to see. Jonathan Kuminga ended up not playing in that game. I ended up actually going to CJ McCollum instead later on in the day. He ended up cashing. But Neemias Queta loved this read under 7.5 rebounds. Now the Celtics got blown out. Also, go back and look at the last time the Celtics were in a game decided between like single digits. I think they had a 2-point game early February, February 3rd or something. Every other game has been an absolute blowout, whether it's them winning or them losing. Crazy stuff, but just thought I'd point that out. But yeah, Queta under 7.5 boards. He had two. Horrible rebound matchup for him. Kawhi over 6.5 rebounds. I never understood this price. It stayed plus money all day. He had 8 rebounds in that thing, and they won that thing by 20. GG Jackson over his points and assists. This went all the way up. We talked about CLV on this one. This went all the way up to like 19.5 at some point in the day, and he cashes out for us. And then obviously the bad read was Chet Holmgren. I got comments about it. What a stupid read. Like, why are you leaving that comment when he's already cooked this line? He went off. And go back and watch the video. I said, I think the reason we would lose this game is if Chet just comes out hot. And that's exactly what happened. And also, they completely changed up their scheme. The Knicks played them in a totally different way. That's why Chet only had, 6 points in the second half versus 22 in the first half. Obviously, it was a bad read. I'm going to come on that every single day. But some people are like, wow, you come back just to comment like, wow, what a stupid read. Can't believe I went to that. It's like, say that before the game if you're going to call me out for a stupid read. Yeah, no, like in hindsight, that's a bad read. Say it before the game. But regardless, Chet obviously cooked us in that thing. The Knicks played completely different defense first half versus second half. They had the defensive scheme to slow down Chet. That's what I thought they would play with. And they did that in the second half. That's why Shea had a much better offensive performance in the second half. That's why Chet was allowed to do pretty much whatever he wanted, was also knocking down his shots, shot a bunch of threes, knocked down the threes. So the read was different because the read was, essentially hindsight bad because the Knicks switched up their scheme. And that happens, especially in the playoffs. But I guess later in the year, we got to be mindful of that. Two good teams going against each other. And that's what cooked us. So, the Knicks have the personnel, have the scheme to slow down Chet. They didn't use that, and Chet made them pay for that. But again, they switched to it in the second half. So hopefully you guys saw the vision. So sorry about the little rant, but let's hop into the first play of the video, and we're going to switch things up a little bit. Usually I'm pretty much solely player props, but I'm going to do a spread pick because something, I always check the spreads just to see what games are going to be looking close and things like that. I'm loving this spread for the Dallas Mavericks. Minus 108 price tag and a plus 9.5. Essentially, they just have to lose by 9 or less points against the Orlando Magic. And the Orlando Magic, especially without Franz, have not impressed me some crazy amount. And the Dallas Mavericks potentially get Cooper Flagg back today. They have PJ Washington. They got Gafford out there. Najee Marshall's probable. They should be relatively healthy here. And again, Cooper Flagg's the biggest one here, the question mark. If he plays, that'd be great. If he doesn't, though, I still think this team can kind of hang with the Magic. They just can't lose by 10 plus points. We're just essentially betting on no blowout here. And sure, the Magic have had some big games. They beat they beat the Wizards by 17 points, and then they had a monster win here against the Kings. The two worst teams in the entire league. They lost to the Pistons by 14. They lost to the Rockets. Eked out a win against the Lakers. That was a 1-point game. Eked out a win against the Clippers. Lost to the Suns. So without Franz, it's not like this team is like some crazy good team. And sure, the teams, they have had some blowouts. It's literally the worst teams in the league. Here's a game they won against the Jazz by 3 points without Franz. They won this one by 20 against the Brooklyn Nets. These are literally the worst teams in the league. The Mavericks, though, with a guy like Cooper Flagg coming back, I'll take it. Like sometimes, again, I just kind of breeze through there. There's not many filters or anything I can show you guys that I typically would point to. But just looking at these, I'm like, Mavericks potentially getting Cooper Flagg back, 9.5 points and a minus 108 price tag. I'll take my chances here. So a rare spread pick to start things off. I thought it was an interesting one. Let me know what you guys think. And just real quick before you look and see like they were losing by double digits a few of these games with Cooper Flagg, most recently they played the Suns, the Spurs twice, the Celtics, the Rockets, the Hornets. These are all really good teams. So the Magic, they're okay, but they don't have Franz Wagner, and I think he's the driving force of that team anyway. And just give me Cooper Flag on the court. We'll see what happens. But again, even if Cooper Flag doesn't play, the Magic still got to win this thing by 10 points. So I'm liking it. Again, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm crazy. Moving to play number 2, I'm going to the King, LeBron James, over his rebounds and assists line as 11.5. Minus 110 is the price tag. And of course, he's gone over this in, 55% of games. Last 20 is only over in 45% of games. But he's got a good matchup here against the Denver Nuggets, who he has played this season already. He had 17 rebounds and assists. And I will say, Austin Reeves did not play that game. But on the season, without Austin Reeves, let's go to Max here. With Austin Reeves, over in 63% of games. Without Austin Reeves, only over in 47% of games. So, interestingly, without Austin Reeves, he had a really good rebounding and assisting game against the Nuggets last time, and Austin Reeves didn't play that thing. And according to the stats so far, he's playing pretty good with Austin Reeves in the lineup here. So, I like LeBron here. I think there's a couple different looks, but rebounds and assists against the Nuggets are always a pretty good look, especially last year. But looking at this game, it should be a close one, should be a competitive one, hopefully. A lot of blowouts happen, of course, we know, but 5-point spread. Defensive ranked to position, not something I typically want to look at, but I know a lot of people want to see this. 81% of games he's going against these weaker positional rebounds and assist lines, which makes a whole lot of sense. He is in that small forward role. It's kind of like point guard, small forward, center, but in terms of positional basketball, it's a little up in the air unless you're looking at a true center, a true point guard. But I'll point this out, in these easier matchups, he's cooking this line, which is great to see. Now, defensive rating, they're also a little bit weaker, which, we're still around a 53% hit rate. Catch and shoot, they're a little bit weaker. So, in one of these favorable matchups, LeBron can find you. So it makes a whole lot of sense that, the way the Nuggets play defense, they're very mediocre in a lot of these different things, but they're weaker to the catch and shoot. They're weaker to, the spot up, a little bit weaker to the transition. So it's good to see, though, in a matchup like this, something that could stay close. LeBron playing against one of the best players in the league usually amplifies his play. So I'm liking this spot. A lot of the filters are checking out, especially this positional rebounds and assist line. And it's pretty low, 11.5 for LeBron in a close matchup. Should look pretty good. And again, already played these guys. We just pointed that out too. But in terms of hit rates and stuff, put him in a good catch and shoot matchup, his favorable matchup, 71% hit rate. He's going over this line. Goes hand in hand with the spot up, weak spot up. They rank 24th in that, 76% hit rate. A lot of three-pointers allowed, especially in these corners. You can see corner threes. LeBron can find you in those corners. Three-pointers allowed. Weak here, 71% hit rate. So we're seeing a lot of good hit rates here. And we haven't even pointed to the fact that that's mostly based on assists, all these filters. Let's put it in terms of the rebounds. Just put LeBron on the court for a decent amount of time, and he should get a decent amount of rebound opportunities. Let's go to games. Let's go to splits here. Games that are winning or losing by 10 plus points, essentially close games. And we're going to see, I assume, LeBron's rebounds and assists go up to about 80% hit rate. And again, I've pretty much pointed to everything that terms of for the assists in terms of the filters. But again, that goes hand in hand with LeBron's rebounds. Put him on the court a little bit more, he's going to get the rebound. So loving this rebounds assist line for LeBron, minus 110. Hopefully it stays close. Hopefully we get a fun game, and we got a good one to root for. Moving along to the next play, it's going to be Royce O'Neal to knock down some threes. Minus 110 is the price tag. 2.5 is the line, and he's going up against the Bulls, who are a great matchup for him to knock down some threes. Spot up, they're weak. Catch and shoot, they're weak. 26th rank. Above the break threes, they're weak. Guys that play similar to him, Jeremy Grant, Sam Hauser, couple times, and Jeremy Grant again. These guys are all going over the lines. 4 of the last 5, and then just positional, also 60%, 9 of the last 15. But there's a lot of injuries for this team. Dylan Brooks is going to be out. Goodwin's going to be out. Mark Williams is going to be out. We're going to see some time on the court for Royce O'Neal, and he's typically going to get around 30-plus minutes or something. But the really thing I just like is just put him in a good catch-and-shoot matchup. He's over this 72% of games. Give him a good spot-up matchup. He's over this in 70% of games. Give him a good offensive pace. He's over in 61% of games. How about pace and a good catch-and-shoot matchup? Yeah, 5 of 5, 6 of 6 straight games. He's over this in these weaker matchups. So I'm loving this spot for Royce O'Neal. Should get a couple of more opportunities with no Dylan Brooks out there, of course. Goodwin's out there and not in this one either. So give me some spots. Devin Booker, find him. Gillespie, find him. Grayson Allen, find him on the three-point line. Hopefully Royce O'Neal does it for us. 10.5-point spread, sure. But hopefully, again, it gets over quickly. Gets this hopefully in the first half. I think you can ladder this thing up. It's a good one. Royce O'Neal, 2.5. Loving the price tag, and definitely something I'm going to consider laddering. But again, stay tuned for the recap to see what I actually end up going to. Moving to the last play of the video, we're going to Jaden McDaniels to score some points. 13.5 is the line. Minus 114 is the price. And Anthony Edwards, questionable here. We have seen him, I believe, miss a few games recently. But without Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels in a pretty good spot to score the ball over 9 of 10 games without Anthony Edwards on the floor. Now, you can talk about matchup here, and it's actually pretty good. Spot-up situations, 25th ranked. That's where a lot of Jaden McDaniels is scoring their points. Has he played these guys already? He did. He scored 19 points against these guys and shot 8 of 13. Very efficient basketball. But that dominant player type, that spot-up opportunities here in these favorable matchups, this is where Jaden McDaniels is cooking, especially recently. So since the trade of Ayo, being able to set him up a little bit more, potentially no Anthony Edwards, in a closer game against the Raptors, that he already scored 19 points against these guys. I'm liking what I'm seeing. You don't even have to do any stats or anything here. He's already over in 70% of games. Now, if Anthony Edwards plays, I don't think it matters too much because even with Anthony Edwards, he's still over this in 65% of games. It's just really good without Anthony Edwards, obviously. So this line's suspiciously low. We'll see what happens in this one. Maybe other people get ruled out or ruled in or whatever it might be. But the Raptors look relatively healthy. It's a great spot-up matchup for him. He can get to the free throw line. Might not be able to do as much in transition, but even in these challenging transition matchups, recently, the dude's been a stud. So I like what I'm seeing. McDaniels getting a lot of time on the court. Should stay close, and the potential of no Anthony Edwards, absolutely loving this line, especially with the price, -114. So that'll do it for me in this one. If you made it this far in the video, like it, comment something down below. We're going to go over the recap real quick, and I also have one more lean I'm going to talk about after this, but you got to shout out Pickett, because if you guys are not tracking your bets, you should. Pickett is a free bet tracker for you guys to use. Just sign it up. There's a link in the description down below. It's on the App Store. Use code RichPicks when you sign up. All you got to do is sync your sports books. It does all the rest. Lets you know if you're winning, losing, what sports you're best in, what's your best app, your platform, whatever it might be. Just go in, sign up for Pickett, totally free. RichPicks is the code. Link in the description. Get $300 or $100 when you sync that first sports book. Absolute no-brainer. Check it out. Now, we already have a play in this game, but going to the other side, if you really want to watch this Lakers-Nuggets game, go to Jokic, triple-double, -120. I think that's a great price tag. Obviously, no Aaron Gordon, no Watson. These guys have been out. I'd like to see Cam Johnson out there, but Jokic, he's at home. Much better hit rate at home, 57% hit rate. He's playing Luka. I think the last 2 matchups against Luka, he's had a triple-double. And I'm trying to, hopefully think this thing stays close for the LeBron play. So keep him in a close game at home. I think Jokic does, what he does, and hopefully gets a triple-double. Last time we went to it, it didn't come through for us. This is a lean because we already have the LeBron play, but just something else to point out. It's always fun to get a Jokic triple-double line in there. Fun one to root for, and again, -120 price tag, pretty dang good. So that'll do it for us. We got one lean in there with the Jokic triple-double, which I'll probably end up going to be totally honest. It's just not going to be in the official video picks because we already got LeBron. But Dallas Mavericks spread is the first play of the video. This is a little recap for you guys. 9.5 points, plus 9.5. They can lose this game by 9 points and we still come out as winners. But yeah, potentially Cooper Flag coming back. They almost will look fully healthy, this team. And it's not like the Mavericks are a great team, but the Magic without Franz aren't some amazing team either. Magic at home, sure, but -108. I'll take the price tag. And we have gone to a couple spreads this season. 3. I guess we're 1 and 2, so we can tie it up. 2 and 2 tonight. Hopefully that one comes through for us. But LeBron over his rebounds and assists, 11.5, -110. Loving that play. Royce O'Neal laddering him up, 2.5 for a full unit. And then I'll put 0.25 units sprinkled on his 3.5 and his 4.5 for plus 210 and plus 525. So pretty good payouts there, but we're not risking too much. Got a full unit again on the normal play. And then Jaden McDaniels over his 13.5 points, -114. Potentially no Anthony Edwards. We just talked about this play. But this one looks great. Great spot-up matchup. Jaden McDaniels has been great recently, and loving all of these plays. So 4.25 units down. Really, really good slate. I'm definitely going to get more action down as the day continues. And if you want access to all my plays, there's a link in the description down below for my Discord community. Practically giving this thing away $10 for your first month, giving everyone 50% off. Some people charge an arm and a leg to get these plays, and they don't even have the community aspect where you can talk to other people within the community, and you can talk to me. So definitely check us out if you've been watching these videos. Might as well check us. Try us out. Check out Props Madness too. That was the tool I was using all throughout the video. 25% off your first month if you want to get access to that. And check out Pickett. You can sign up using my code RichPicks. You get $300 or $100 just by signing up. It's free for you guys to use. Don't you want to track your plays? Some of you might probably don't want to, but you should want to. Pickett, best place to track it. Whether you're winning or losing, you got to know that information. And that will do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck with all your plays. We're on a little bit of a run here, 6 and 2. You'll see it in the title. Hopefully we got to leave it a little bit better after today. Loving the plays. Let me know what you guys think. Like it, comment, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck. Peace out.